Good morning and welcome to another edition of Dominion Sport right here on Dominion Television, your channel of choice. You're welcome to the UEFA Champions League round of football where Arsenal are going to take on Atletico Madrid at the Emirates Stadium and where Pep Guardiola and his boys look like a team who have bottled the Premier League this season. It's also played for Arsenal. Let's see how far they can go against West Ham. Definitely we'll be talking about the world of basketball right there. The Eastern Conference is very much available and also the Western Conference, and maybe my predictions yesterday are not in order, but we still have a 6-game series to go, maybe 7 if they can extend that one. Also, we got the update, from 5 major leagues across the world. We got the MPFL fixtures today between Ikorodu City and Wiki Tourist, and definitely we're talking about the Super 4 this wonderful morning. I am Paul Abetoluwanemi, and definitely I'm not alone in the studio. I have the expert analyst when it comes to basketball, Formula 1, the world of tennis is loaded this wonderful morning. The hype around him is super, buzzing because he said already, Pops, I'm not happy this morning. I'm wondering why you're not happy. But top of the morning to you, what should we expect from you this morning?
Good morning to Oluwanemi. Good morning, viewers. It's nice to be back again. And for a Tuesday morning, we are locked and loaded for them. We're talking about the top 5 leagues in Europe, talking about basketball, yesterday your predictions, but like you mentioned, there's still a lot to go.
Yeah, still a lot
to go, and I'm just excited to be back here again.
Yeah, great. All right, we're super excited to be back here at this wonderful morning to talk sport right here on Dominion Television. Let's take a look at the Super 4 games that were played yesterday, full time in Ikene. And I mean, for me, that Doba United picked up the victory in the first half. It's a win at the end of the Savannah Tigers, a nearly contested game against the Inter Lagos. That one ended 1-0. The goal was scored in the first half in the 90th minute from Yusuf Fatomi right there. Also, still in Ikene, Alex Lemon 40-minute header was all enough to secure all 3 points for the noisy Lagosians in the bag. Sporting Lagos defeated Ranchers B 1-0. There you have it on the log of the table. And I was speaking to a friend yesterday, and we're talking about the prize money, which we've discussed right here on the show. But let's applaud, what the NNL team have actually put in place for the Super.
The game started yesterday in Ikene, and I think that's like the best sport at the moment to host that kind of competition. The grass is good, the stadium is nice, and also congratulations to teams that got the first win yesterday, and I'm looking forward to it. One thing I enjoyed from the competition is there is coverage of this, there's real-time coverage. That is my highlight of what started yesterday in Ikene. There is streaming from both the club sides and NNL as well, so it's giving fans the chance to lock into it and enjoy the Super 4. So it's exciting times. This is what we want to see progress. If this can continue, then I think they can translate it. If they can work in the Super 4, they can simply bring that into the bigger league, the MPFL next season. So looking forward to that, and kudos to the team for putting that together. But for the welfare you spoke about, yes, if you can compensate them enough with the cash prizes, then you should be able to give other incentives that will make the teams feel okay, we're not being cheated at all, the money we are getting out of this is not enough. So kudos to them for that as well, and we're looking to more improvements from the MPFL and the NNL at large.
Okay, beautiful. Let's just look at the video that I saw yesterday, and I was super excited to see that. Trust me, just like you said. But let's talk about these 4 teams right here. These are the videos, from the Super 4. Let's talk about the 4 teams quickly. For you, who do you think still has the chance to lift the trophy, judging by what we have seen in the first game?
Everybody still has 3 games to go, so it's still tricky right now.
Times.
I'm not tilting to one side because nobody has played fantastic or demolish their opponent in such a way. I would say
just edging the game, one goal to
So both teams that lost yesterday can still come back in the next match there and spring surprise, maybe even overcome the deficit in goals they have already. So it's still early times, it's still early days. Let's see when the competition heats up, and maybe when they play one more game, I'll be able to choose to one side and say, okay, this looks like the champions already, or this is the team that is playing well at the moment.
Okay, beautiful. We'll be giving more updates from the Super 4, playoffs right there. The NNL, and definitely more teams, just like Nuria said, would also try to bounce back from the next game. Let's move away from that and let's talk about the game today between Ikorodu City and Wiki Tourist. Is all to play for for Ikorodu City. A win will propel them to third on the log of the table and maybe ease off Shooting Stars, continental fight. But it's all to play for to the very end of the season. Ikorodu City are going to welcome Wiki Tourist.
Yes, it's a tale of two different sides. Ikorodu City looking to go into the continent. They did well last season. They fell short, and it looks like they might fall short again. But they're coming back off the win of the State FA Cup on Sunday. Yeah. I think that's a place to start from, and that will start by a morale booster for the players and the team to get the maximum points. Wiki Tourists are not that side that contributed to where they are at the moment. They don't seem like one of those teams that will push themselves out of relegation. At some point they were out, but now nothing has seemed to go their way since about 3 or 4 match days now. They're bottom of the table. They shouldn't give you issues. Ikorodu City, in my own opinion, should get maximum points today and push them back to third position on the log. And let's see what happens between now and the end of the season. All
right, beautiful. We'll be looking forward to that game. But quickly, let me ask you your predictions ahead of this game. What do you think? Would they edge out with all 3 points?
Who do you think, or who do I want?
No, but you're a Shooting Star fan. So if at the end of the day,
that's why I asked you, is it who I think or who I want?
No, okay. So what do you want?
I want Wiki Tourists to spring
okay, so what do you think?
What do I think? Ikorodu City should get this
okay, great.
So they are very fantastic in their home front, and at the Bolaji and Johnson Arena, they've been fantastic. Their goalkeeper is the one with the highest clean sheets this season in the league. That should show you how coordinated they are in the defense. So I'm not expecting anything short of an Ikorodu City victory. I'm looking forward more to the match between them and Rangers on the last day of the season. That's going to be a very big one in Lagos State.
All right, beautiful. Let's look at the leading pack this season in the MPFL. We have 12 goals scored this season by all of these players. You look at, Victor Bauma. You look at the player from Ikorodu City. You look at the player from Rangers International. We have Uche Collins. We have Godwin Obaje. We have Joseph Arumala. And we have Victor Bauma. Arguably one of the most competitive MPFL season across all fronts. These players are tied at 12 goals, 2 more games to go. What do you think would get the Golden Boot this season?
The person that plays the next highest amount of home games.
And so right now, Joseph is going to be in contention today.
Yes, and he's going to play Rangers on the last day of the season at home. So it looks like the contender. Maybe. I think at least one of them has, each of them has gotten a hat-trick this season. At least in one of those.
Uche Collins had one.
Yes.
I think
Arumala got one. I think Godwin Obaje got one as well.
Yeah.
So that has been fantastic from them. We want more goals. We want our strikers to be more prolific. We want them to score more of their chances. A lot of players who are chasing them on 11 goals, 10 goals, double digits and all.
So I want to ask you, do you think Kamara Adegoke can maybe nick it through to the final end of the season?
If he continues his good scoring run, he scored 3 goals in the last 4 games. It could have been 4 if he converted the penalty on Sunday. So it looks like he's in there. Just 2 goals from the leading pack. That's not much. If he continues his fine run of form of late, he got a brace away from home. If he gets a brace this weekend at Lake Salami Stadium, he's level on tied with them and still has 2 games to go. So let's see what happens.
Okay, beautiful. We'll be here to see what happens when it comes to the leading pack of the MPFL. 12 goals tied with 4 players. Let's see how far that one can go. When we're back, from the highlight game between Shooting Stars and Nasarawa United, we'll be here to talk more sports right here on the go. This is Dominion Sports. Stay very much connected.
Yeah, in Ibadan, on match day 36 of the Nigeria Premier Football League, as Shooting Stars Sports Club hosts Nasarawa United at the Lake Salami Stadium. Just 1 point separates the 2 sides. Shooting Stars sit 6th with 54 points, while Nasarawa United are 6th with 53 points. 18 times they've showed up, 18 times they've come to support the boys, 18 times they've come to be the drums behind the boys, 18 times they've come to chant, they've come to sing, they've come to give the applause. All that is over now, and we are underway at the Lake Salami Sports Complex as the away side get us cracking. Tijani Alamin, Jamil, unable to find his man, goes back to goalkeeper God's Gift Elkana, who now takes it long. Nasarawa United against the run of play find themselves in the Shooting Stars area, but Stephen Amos is now unable to get to the end of that. That shot is taken and is just over the bar. And now they find themselves just at the edge of Shooting Stars area. The cross, a low one taken, and now they take the shot, and that's inches. Now a throw. Justice finds Lucky. One touch back to Justice. Tries to make his way into the area. Whoever is disturbed. Ayobami Jr. now for Jamiu Hamzat. Gets one over his man, gets the other one, finds himself in a good position. Squares to Ibrahim, and there's another there from Lucky Gang Emmanuel. That's a good one there. Firecracker header into the back of the net. To Ibrahim, and there's another there from Lucky Gang Emmanuel. That's a good one there. Firecracker header into the back. Sends it over to Ismail Ayodele down the left. Ismail finds Jamiu. Jamiu in a good position at the edge of the box, does the square, and there was near post header from Lucky Gang Emmanuel remains the difference here. Shooting Stars retain the 1-0 lead now. Across from the right, it's bundled out. Nasarawa United having one or two moments here, and now it's up against God's Gift, who comes out to claim. Leonard in possession. Now Nasarawa United trying to make something happen. The thought is taken, and God's Gift, the first one in this game. Ayobami Jr. takes this one, and
Sports right here on the go. I'm sure you enjoyed that one from Shooting Stars against Nasarawa United. Kamara Degoke, the man of the moment, 10 goals this season already to his name. That one ended already to his name. That one ended 3-2. Nicking it through and giving them all 3 points. Moving away from that, I have the Queen of Sport Mabuba in the studio joining us to talk sport right here. I still have Sanuruddin Alimi still talking sport right here on the go. All right, let's talk about the Tigress Sanuruddin quickly. They suffer heavy defeat to Indiana Fever. They suffer heavy defeat to Indiana Fever in the US Tour finale. The Nigeria women's basketball team, the Tigress, concluded the United States tour with a comprehensive 105-57 defeat to the Indiana Fever at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse right there in Indianapolis on Sunday. The fixtures played out in front of a crowd of 10,000, 51. So Nigeria fall behind an early and never recovering defeat with Indiana, putting that game on hold. We saw that one from Ezine Kalu, Victoria Macaulay, Nicole Anabosi, Palace, Kuni Akpama, and also the likes of other stars for the Tigress. For you, Sanuruddin, that one didn't pan out in favor for the Tigress, and like you said, just a friendly to see how far we can prepare for the FIBA World Cup.
Yes, the results are nothing to write home about, but for the performances of the girls, I will still stick with it. The team has improved well. There's improved chemistry between them, better ball handling and the positioning, and one name keeps coming to the fore anytime the Tigress play is Ezine Kalu. She's led the charge very well, and looking forward to see more of those beautiful performances from her. For the team, I think they are better together now. The coach has a bigger headache now to choose who's going to go to the World Cup with the team, and later on we'll have the French players that will join the team later. So it's just nice and good times for the women's basketball in Nigeria right now. Yes, the results are not what we expected, but for me, it's putting together a team of national team players and going against a top side at the moment. Maybe you pitch up the likes of Congo or Mozambique to play against Bayern Munich or PSG at the moment. So there will still be disparity in the quality of players that are going to prosecute the games for you, and that would show in the performances of the team. But for me, the team they did well for themselves. They played together. The cohesion is there. Everybody knows what they want to do now, and we know players that are best fit for what position and what tactics we want to play.
All right, so let me ask you, do you agree with Mabuba, when we had the discussion about playing a tougher opponent would prepare us better?
Sure, if you want to overcome an hurdle, you have to go for something tough. So that has worked.
But you said here, trying to just oppose that situation about the Falconet preparations ahead of this one, playing the same field opponent, and she was saying, let's play bigger opponent to prepare us, for the competition.
This is the national team for the Digress. This is national team for basketball.
So it's different from.
This is not the age grade side.
Okay.
You won't see the national team side of any country put up under 17 or age grade players to go and play. This is the WNBA preseason. No African team got invited to this tourney. That's to show you how huge it is. This is the first African team to be invited to the WNBA series tour in the USA.
So are you agreeing with her or you're not agreeing with her?
My thought still stands. No national team or no football federation or no sport association in the world at the moment would give their age grade competition
bigger
opponents
or European teams.
Or European teams to play against. They play with the teams that are in their coffers, in the teams in and around them. If in England, you won't hear the England under 17 women or men's national team play against a club side or a team from Asia,
South Korea.
You won't see South Korea under 17, except you don't even see them organize friendlies for them to play those national team sides. Yes, the national team for the women, the Tigers, got a very big bump.
Yeah.
The Tigers don't have this exposure the women have in the WNBA. So that's to show you, I stand with my word. Yes, if you play better opponents, it's going to improve your chances. But no national team or no sport association in the world at the moment that I know of would field age grade competitions or age grade sides against bigger opponents.
Okay, before I allow Mabuba to talk, let me inform you that Nigeria are drawn in Group B alongside France, South Korea, and Hungary, and would need a significant improvement in offensive structure, perimeter shooting, and turnover management to compete effectively in September. The historic nature of the tour, marking the first time an African national team has faced a WNBA opposition, just like Rindra said, providing valuable exposure to the team. Mabuba, what's your take on the tourney of the Tigress, and this is where we are right now, preparing for September?
Okay, regarding the result of the Tigress, I must say that I am not impressed, and as already mentioned, the result was quite shambolic. And I'll say that despite the fact that we've had quite a number of encounters from countries down to the clubs in the WNBA, with the results gotten so far, even though according to Nuruddin, the performance of ladies have improved, with the result that they've gathered so far, there is not going to go far in the World Cup once it rolls around. I understand the fact that, okay, they are playing against tougher opponents, but if you take a look at it, they've played against over 5 top opponents in the past few weeks from last month, but then we still haven't seen improvement in terms of the results. Yes, the performances might have improved, but then improved performances without results do not mean anything. They do not count. If they do not win the match, there's no way their ranking when it comes to the FIBA is going to go up. There's no way they're going to secure international accolades for themselves. There's a difference between you being a champion in Africa and you being, should I say, a reputable name in terms of the national or international stage. The Tigers are winning when it comes to Africa, but to me, it doesn't matter, it doesn't count if they cannot replicate that sort of brilliance when they go against other opponents, top opponents across Europe or across Asia. I know that the WNBA, it's a compilation of top players from across the world together in the same team, so definitely it's going to be tough. But if you take a look at the margin of the scores of the Tigers when we compare to that of the WNBA, I'm not impressed because we know that these same women, the Tigress, the women, they perform excellently well. But the result compared to the WNBA, it is too wide for a group of women that wants to represent Nigeria at an international tournament as big as FIBA. Yes, they are good, but I'll say it again, that it doesn't matter how impressive your performance.
There are teams from Europe right now,
yes,
and they play against this NBA sides, they'll get maximum points.
We can't keep comparing ourselves with lesser teams if we want to be up there.
I said from other national teams.
Exactly, other national teams compared to the Tigers.
Aside Africa, you tell me the German teams or the Australian teams won't have problems playing this WNBA.
They might have problems, but the margin